share. Okay, I think last time the last thing that we have spoken about was the fuel cells that are put inside the vehicles, like cars and buses, and how those cells were at the beginning very big. So in order to produce enough power to make the cars move, they have to put a lot of them inside the vehicle. But later on, they have improved it and make it like very small, like the handbag or the suitcase. And also, we said that sometimes we use those fuel cells in the hospitals and factories in order to help the generators to restart in order to give power when the electricity goes off. Okay, yes, this was included in the last session. Today we are going to speak about the solar power. And do you have an idea what is the solar power, or it is connected to what? Solar. So it means that it's connected to connected to the sun, of course. Sure. To the sun. Thank you. It's connected to the sun. It means that we get the power now from the sun. Of course, the sun will never end unless God will just give it an order. So that's why it's renewable and very clean too. What is the power of the sun? How is the power of the sun used to heat anything? How can power of the sun can heat anything? Do you think you just say put something outdoor or out of my window that will be cooked? Of course not. The power is collected and into it's just collected in a central point. They collect in a central point or area in order to heat it. When I was young, yes, we used to play the thing with the a lens. I use a lens. We used to use a lens like in the science lab, and we just make the light of the sun collected and gathered in one point. So in the other side, the heat is centered at something that make it very hot. Sometimes it burns. This heat is used to warm air or to warm water at homes. So that's why it's very safe to use it at our homes. How is the solar power used to create energy to operate machines? What should we do? He said that the solar power usually heats water or other fluids, like things like liquid, which are used to create steam that powers machines in factories and homes. So it works on what? Heating the water or any fluids, and when the water or the fluid heated, what will come up? Water vapor, of course. This water vapor will make something like a steam. This steam, due to its pressure and amount, it will give power that make the machines in factories and homes works. Okay, the next power. Yes, we still have we're speaking about the solar power. We have something called solar batteries. Solar battery. This is how they look like. They used to give power to big things. This thing can give power to very big things like satellites or very small things like watches. So it can make big or small things work well. This is the solar batteries. What are they made from? They are made from silicon chips that coated to create, of course, to get power, we have to get what? Positive and negative charges, right? So when they create positive and negative charge, and this charge, of course, when they react together, they will get or create energy or electricity. One of the famous things that some people are using them in their homes too are called the solar cells. And if you know, the solar cells, most of them, they have mirrors, right? The solar cells, if you have seen them, whether on the roofs of here in homes, or here in Egypt, we have created some places where we gathered a huge amount of solar cells in order to produce power, because it's renewable, it's clean, it's cheap too, because we are getting the power from the sun, which would not cost us anything, just the cost of the cells, and after that you will not pay anything. So why do they have mirrors or reflective surface, shiny or reflective surface like this? I don't know if you have seen them or not, but sometimes you can find on some bridges in Egypt here some lights are working, or because of the solar cells that are above them. Okay, why do you have mirrors or reflective? Because, as I told you before, in order to get the power, we have to focus the heat of the sun on a central point, gathering them, and the reflection, of course, will be much heat. So to focus the light and the heat onto a curved surface. So this is how they did. The sun degather, and then they collect the power, come up from those cells, and here something called the central receiver. They receive the heat here, and later, of course, they transfer this heat into power or electricity. Okay, what's the simplest way to collect solar power? Can I do this at home? Yes, of course. Some people they made something called the solar oven. I don't know if you have heard about this or not. The solar oven, they do it in their yard. Yes.
This is the LMS, right?
What is the LMS? You mean the I
This
uploaded?
is on the LMS, right? Yeah.
Can you see the screen or not? Can you see my screen?
I can see it. Yes.
Okay, what meant by is LMS? You mean they will upload it on the LMS?
This is on is this in the LMS or not?
Yes. Well, I don't get
Okay.
your question. Okay. Right. Have you heard about the solar oven? Do you know the oven, the thing that we cook the things inside it in our homes, not the stove. It's like a box, we open it and we put the food inside it to be cooked. This is the oven. Solar ovens, some people are doing it at their homes. It's very easy. So this is one of the simplest way to collect solar power. What do? They collect the solar energy depending on a fact. They absorb the heat depending on a fact that you know the dark surface, and if you have light surface, which one of them will absorb the sun, the dark or the light surface? Hello guys, don't just
Again, miss?
again, which surface absorb the light more than the other, the dark or the light?
Dark.
The dark, that's right. I feel that you just said it by luck. The dark surface all the time absorb the dark surface all the time absorb the heat. That's why we said in summer you have to wear light clothes, because it reflects the sun heat, so you will not feel hot. But in the winter it's better or preferred to wear dark clothes, because it will absorb the sun, the heat of the sun, so you will feel warm. Got it? So they depend on the fact that the dark surface get hotter than the light colored surface. So they use a special type of tiles to make those solar ovens. This is why the solar ovens can be made easily by anyone at his own yard. This is how they look like. You see, first we have here a shiny or a mirror or a reflective surface, in order to make a reflection of the sunlight. And inside, as you can see, we have here dark color. Why? Because the light will be collected here and then reflected here on the dark, and the dark will absorb the light more, creating a hot area for the thing that is cooked inside this solar oven. To be honest, this is my first time to see this solar oven, but I discovered that some people can do it at their homes. Okay, so this is all about the solar power and how to get power or energy, a renewable clean energy from the sun. Water, can I get energy from water? Yes. How? Miss, the water is very cold, it's not hot like the sun. We call it the hydropower energy. Okay, let's know how to get this water. First of all, you have to know that this kind of power is very old power. It has been used by the ancient Egyptian and the Babylonians in Iraq. It's Iraq right now, I mean. They get this power, they use it thousands of years ago. And they use it through what? Through something called dams. Do you know the dams? This is the dam. How does it look like? But this is the new one, a recent one. There was in the old days, but it has been destroyed. So I didn't find photos or picture for it. It's but this is our high dam here in Aswan. It's a modern one, but they used to look like that. And we have something called the water wheel. The water wheel, yes, I found photos for them that has been used in ancient Egypt, and they use it in order to do what? To water their crops, to grind their grain, and cool their homes. How do they do this? It's supposed to be, of course, a kind of power. So the question, how can we get power from a dam or from the water wheel? So generally, as I told you, there are two ways to harness the power of water, to get the power from the water, through dams or through the water wheels. So let's start by the dams first. I describe it here more in details in this picture. Okay, first, yes, here is the dam. Can you see that thing? We have water behind and water after the dam. It's like a big wall. Are you following?
Yes.
Hello? Okay. So let's suppose that this is a river, okay, and this is our dam here. The dam holds back a large amount of water. Here it is. Then the natural pull of gravity makes the water flow downward. Yes, the water wants to go in this way, in this direction, but there is something that stops it, which is the dam. What do? We have here what? This small hole. This is small hole or small opening. It makes the water do what? Push harder to get out in this direction. Can you imagine how hard will be how much power can the water get out of the water due to this push? It will be a large power, because the water here, a large amount is gathered here and it wants to flow because this is its nature. But we have a wall here, it's only this small opening to go through. So it goes in with great power. This force is used to produce electricity. How? Can you see this? This is a turbine. What is the turbine? It's something that creates electricity and power. So the force of the flowing of the water make this turbine generated, creating what? Creating the electricity. Did you get the point of the dam? How the dam is working?
Yes.
Only Noor, no one else in the session. I have, I think, here 14.
Miss, yes.
Okay, so now we know how the dam is working. Okay, what about the, oops,
Yeah.
I have something missed. How this? There was the water wheel too. 1 second. Ah, yes, here it is. Okay, what the water wheel did the second one to harness power from water. The water wheel looks like a wheel, as you can see, and inside it, made of, as you can see, plates. Those things. Those are plates. It's depending on how does it. It's how was it made. Okay, and those plates, as you can see, supposed to be where here. Some of them are below the surface of the running water. Fine. Of course, the water moves, and when the water moves, what does it? It will do? It will move those plates forward, make the wheel move. Okay. So when the wheel move, what will happen? Look here in the center. In the center here, this is how the behind the center looks like here. Behind the center here at the back, we have something called shaft. It's like a pole, as you can see. When the wheel moves, because of the movement of the water, the movement of the wheel make the shaft, which is the center of the wheel, turns also, creating power from the plates, and this power turns into electricity. Should I say it again? Should I say it again?
No.
Okay. Let me ask a question. Let me ask a question. Do you think that using the water wheel or using getting power from water has advantage or not? I mean, what is the advantage, do you think, of getting power from water?
I think.
Okay, say what's your opinion. I'm not testing you. Say your opinion, whatever comes in your mind. We are discussing.
No, I feel that is not.
No advantage at all? What about the others? Do you think that there is advantage of using or getting power from water? I have 14. Of course.
No, miss.
You too. That you can see that we don't have advantage of getting power from water. But let me ask you a question. Sorry, let me ask a question. Do you think that if we keep using the water to get power from it, the water will run out? It will end, I mean?
No.
So this is number one. It doesn't run out. The water will not run out. So it's renewable source. I will not pay money for it. It's already found in the nature. This is one of the advantage. Another advantage, the water that is used here, whether in the water wheel or from the dam. Do you think after getting the electricity from its running, are we consuming the water? I mean, the amount of water that comes out at the end less than the water we used before? Did you get my question? What does it mean? The water. Again, the water here in the water wheel, or the water that we use in the dam. Let me show you again. Where's?
Yes, I know.
I have skipped a lot of. Am I getting? Yes, here, yes. Yes, here. Now, this amount of water that I used, it's a force to get power from it and then released again. Did I consume or use? Is it the same amount before and after?
No.
No, it is the same. It is the same amount. Yes, it is the same amount of water. I only get the power from its running, the force of its running only. I didn't use the water itself. I used the force come out of its running. So the amount of water before getting the power from it and the amount of water after getting the power is the same. So I'm not consuming the water itself. I'm just getting the energy from it. So this is another advantage. I'm not using the water itself. Moreover, also, of course, it will not pollute the air. It will not pollute the soil. It will not pollute the water itself. The water is not polluted when I get the power from it in this way. So I will ask you the question again. Do you think there's advantage of getting power from water or not?
Now, yes.
Of course, طبعا. Now, yes, that's right.
Because,
Yes, because
Because
it.
the water will not
have a lot of
Yes, the water will not run out. I'm not consuming the water. I'm not polluting the water or the air or the soil.
okay, miss.
Okay, thank you very much. See you inshallah someday on our second revision for the English. Thank you. Enjoy your weekend.
Allah.
Bye bye. See you.
Well,